I don't think there's any need to say that being a celebrity kind of rocks. And one of the most prominent things they get, beside the fame and the red carpet, is a lot of free money. And not just that, money they get to spend on absolutely bonkers stuff. And so today, to remind you and me of the immense pain of being poor, we're counting our list of the dumbest ways celebrities chose to spend their millions. And so if you're interested in finding out more, please watch the video till the end because it gets pretty wild. To kick things off, and yes, that's a pun, we have Odell Beckham Jr.'s street shoes. Now, in the last decade or so, sneaker collecting has obviously gotten more and more popular, and with that, it's no surprise that an athlete like the NFL's Odell Beckham Jr. would get into the hobby as well. But you see, he's not just your regular collector, no, he is a commissioner. Because you see, back in 2019, the guy commissioned a custom, one-of-a-kind pair of Chuck Taylor shoes for himself. And as you can expect, they were not just any standard kicks. Instead, these were custom ones made by the renowned street artist Kai. And like any commissioned piece of fine art, the cost of such shoes was pretty worthy of their outworldly design, reportedly costing the footballer $20,000 for shoes that took the artist 4 months of hard handiwork to make.
How does it feel to have a pair of $20,000 Chuck Taylors?
That's crazy.
Now that's what being a star athlete means. To learn what being a singer means, we've got Jay-Z's bar tab.
In the fucking coop, finna pull up in the zoo. I'm like, Chief, keep me Rafiki, who
Parties, they can be quite expensive, especially if you're at a fine bar with a lot of friends. Things tend to get pretty out of hand. But if you're Jay-Z, one of the richest musicians in the world, things get out of hand in a much more exaggerated way. You see, recently, the former rapper went to celebrate the birthday of Juan Perez, his personal friend and Rock Nation head. And at the bar, the man ordered 20 bottles of champagne as well as 20 bottles of rosé. And of course, they were the super premium Ace of Spades bottles, totaling $80,000, with a whopping $11,000 tip. And to finish it off, Jay-Z also apparently owned the bar, which just made the splurging of cash all the more hilarious. Next up, we have the golden iPhone 5, a true testament to being an iPhone fanboy. For the average person like you or me, a new iPhone is already pretty much a luxury item. But if you're a Hong Kong billionaire, well, in that case, you choose to make it expensive, apparently, as this guy did, by custom ordering a solid gold chassis embedded with more than 100 white diamonds on its boundary and a super rare 26-karat black diamond as its home button. The total cost? $15 million. But I guess with bling like that, it's worth it. In the world of sports, few people have a name as high and mighty as Mike Tyson, and so I think he's afforded to be a little extra with his spending. But buying a solid gold bathtub for his ex-wife costing $2 million is definitely stretching it. Having an attachment to her childhood home is definitely an understandable thing. Spending $20 million to purchase the entire town you grew up in? Not so much. But I guess the rules bend for you when you're a star as big as Kim Basinger was in the 70s, because that's exactly what she did when she bought the entire town of Basinger, Georgia. Being a millionaire is hard work, and you want to take care of your sleep as much as you can. Sleep is a matter of extreme trouble, seeing as we barely manage to get any, let alone a good quality sleep. But at least if you're the most famous child actor on earth, that is Daniel Radcliffe, that is Harry freaking Potter, you can try to remedy that with a $17,000 mattress. Talking about child actors, from Hannah Montana to pop rock icon, Miley Cyrus has had a roller coaster career.
I'm Miley Cyrus, I'm with CED, and I'm auditioning for the role of Zoe.
And with that career comes a big public image to maintain. And a big pile of cash to maintain that.
Have our message in there, but also have people be really entertained and go on a ride with us.
And so spending $24,000 on hair extensions from Italy just so you can look good in time is hardly out of the question for someone like Miley. Now let's talk about athletes. They're famous for overspending. The NFL's Chad Ochocinco is one of those people who will never miss out on a little bit of self-care.
Anybody that writes about whatever I say today, you call me Ocho Cinco. Do not say Chad.
And while for you and me that means maybe a fine drink or a dinner, for Ochocinco that means getting himself a birthday gift in the form of a $100,000 custom Freightliner M2-106 truck. That's right, a custom-made badass truck as a gift for himself. Man, it must feel good to be him. One of the few things that connects celebrities with us common folk is the fact that both of us love our dogs.
To help him out in the world of singleness, right?
However, the way we show that love is quite different. As the celebrity color of choice is something that's worth a massive
Music Award for Cutest Musician's Pet.
$3.2 million. Called the Amor Amor, this collar, studded with 1,600 hand-placed diamonds and made of solid 18K gold, definitely earns its price. Now, this has become a bit of a trend, but nowadays, the cost of Halloween costumes has been rising significantly year by year. And while for most that means more accurate and authentic costumes, for Justin Bieber, it means buying a $5,000 grill just to cover his teeth for his costume. Tom Brady, the face of the NFL, American athleticism, and just all around class.
Feeling you get when you throw the perfect pass, and I'm sure that's like that in a lot of other careers.
Add to that the fact that his wife Gisele Bündchen is a Brazilian model and businesswoman counted among the world's wealthiest. Surely the couple will have something truly luxurious as their home. And well, costing a whopping $33 million, their mansion is just that. With every manner of amenities available, this LA house complex is nothing short of a castle fit for a king, and is also practically pocket change for the couple, who own nearly a dozen more obscene places just like this one. Now, that might be a bigger sum, but honestly, I think the fact that Nick Cage can proudly say that he owns 2 literal castles, both costing over $12 million altogether, is just as impressive as the Brady's mansions. The NFL's Ben Simmons may seem like just another super player at first glance, but don't be fooled, because this guy knows his aesthetic and knows how to spend on it. A self-proclaimed animal lover.
Wait, why do you have this puppy? What are we about to do?
This puppy,
He not only owns a solid gold chain with a kangaroo medallion, but also spent $10,000 on a pair of wild savanna cats. And funnily enough, he's not the only wildcat enthusiast in American sports. If you thought giving yourself a truck as a birthday gift was vain, just wait till you hear what our man decided to get himself as a pet. Because it's not a rare breed corgi or an expensive macaw, but instead an actual living, breathing, flesh-eating, hungry tiger. Some people just don't want to stop, do they? And that brings us to the end of our list, with last but certainly not least, spending on yourself is definitely something that you should be proud of doing, but being a celebrity also means that you have the ability to make someone else's day better. And so when Amy Schumer gave a $1,000 tip to her bartender at the Broadway musical Hamilton to make her day, this definitely wasn't a dumb move. And not just that, she's also had a history of these things, tipping $500 to a Long Island waitress just because she worked 2 jobs to make ends meet. And well, on that nice note, we must end today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. With that, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.